Sometimes things happen during post-production that result in a complete film never being released. Studios lose a few million. Actors lose a hard-earned credit on their resume. And the world is deprived of a potential cinematic masterpiece. Here are some films that are out there, somewhere, but have never been officially released. The Fantastic Four. Before a cinematic universe was even a gleam in Marvel's eye, the company raised money by selling off the film rights to its characters, including the Fantastic Four. German production company Constantin Film paid $250,000 for the Fantastic Four rights in 1983 and sat on them until 1992. Faced with the agreement's expiration and needing to actually film something to retain their rights, they slapped together a low-budget movie in under a month. Fantastic Four never hit theaters, as Marvel bought back the rights for a few million and then demanded every copy's destruction. One leaked, however, and quickly became one of the more legendary bootlegs appearing at comic conventions. Big Bug Man. Big Bug Man is the last movie Marlon Brando ever made, and it's never been seen. In this adult animated superhero comedy, Brando plays the villain, Mrs. Sour, an evil old lady. All of Brando's lines were recorded in his home, where the ailing thespian insisted on being dressed as an actual old lady, including makeup. It sounds pretty nutty, but we still hope to see this one someday, especially since Brando told the crew that it's the most fun he's had making a movie since 1953's Julius Caesar. Dark Blood. River Phoenix plays a man named Boy who lives in the middle of the desert and becomes fixated on a married woman. There's a kidnapping, an axe fight with a jealous husband, and a whole lot of shots of the desert. Phoenix died in 1993 with a few scenes left unfilmed, although director George Schlauser cobbled together a final cut almost 20 years later. It's never been seen outside of a few film festivals. Gods Behaving Badly. Based on a comic novel about gods living in modern-day New York City, Gods Behaving Badly features an all-star cast that includes Phylicia Rashad as Demeter and John Turturro as Hades. Some of the only things that have surfaced from this film are a bit of the title sequence and some pictures of the cast, notably Christopher Walken standing next to Turturro wearing a ridiculous curly wig and a gold headband. It's hard to find a reason why this film never made it past one film festival in Italy, but The Hollywood Reporter compared it to a bad 1990s SNL sketch. Ouch. The Day the Clown Cried. Holocaust drama isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Jerry Lewis, but that's the premise of The Day the Clown Cried, directed by and starring the slapstick comedian. Lewis plays a washed-up German circus clown named Helmut Dork, who's forced by the Nazis to trick children into the gas chamber. Lewis has repeatedly vowed that the film will never be released. He claims that it's because the rights to the screenplay were never properly secured. But those who have seen it claim it's because it's a disaster. Harry Shearer, best known for his work on The Simpsons, is one of the few who's seen it. He's called the film drastically wrong, and remarked that it's even worse than anyone could imagine.
If you say Jerry Lewis clown in a concentration camp, and you make that movie up in your head,
right,
it's so much better than that. By better, I mean worse.
If you happen to actually see it, there's really only one appropriate response.
What the hell was that?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more videos like the one you just saw. And leave us a comment to let us know which of these lost movies you'd most like to see.